Dragon's Dogma 2 is nearly here, bringing with it plenty of new classes, improved looks courtesy of the RE engine, and chattier AI companions to support you on your journey.
This party is fit for adventure. Our strengths complement each other well.
Or maybe we could just travel in silence from now on, actually. Despite the dozen years since the original Dragon's Dogma release, Dragon's Dogma 2 will feel plenty familiar to those who played the original, giving you a massive open world full of interesting things to see, bizarre things to fight, and yes, terrible deeds to commit. Here are the worst things we did during our time with the game. Enjoy! The NPCs in Dragon's Dogma 2 are nothing if not proactive, and oftentimes you'll find yourself approached in the street by people who have a side quest with your name on it.
I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson.
One such quest we came across was the retrieval of a stolen precious stone known as the Jadeite Orb, which is apparently in high demand because not one,
the Jadeite Orb could be anywhere now,
but two randos came up to us in the street begging us to find it for them.
Sirs Offalv and Everard each seek the Jadeite Orb. To whom ought we to grant it, assuming we find the thing at all?
What can I say? It must be a really sweet orb. The quest itself was straightforward. There's a fence in town selling stolen goods, and the Jadeite Orb was here for the purchase, but this fence also offers a counterfeiting service, which, I mean, it would be rude not to.
I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little patience is all I ask.
So with two counterfeited copies of the Jadeite Orb in hand, we could then palm off fake orbs on the two desperate quest givers. One bought the con hook, line and sinker.
Oh, thank you, thank you!
The other quest giver, on the other hand, demanded the bootleg Jadeite Orb be verified by the guy who did the forgery.
Would you be so kind as to examine this Jadeite Orb?
The guy who did the forgery is, by the way, open to bribes.
Heavens fend! That's more than I can refuse.
So we got two quest rewards, and we've still got the Jadeite Orb to do with as we wish. Not a bad day's work, except ethically, that is. One of the great things about Dragon's Dogma 2 is that there is a dedicated grab button which you can use to climb larger enemies to target their weak spots, or to just annoy them generally.
This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together if we are to see victory.
What's less apparent straight away is just how great this grab button is for being a total jerk, whether it's clambering all over people's livestock in the market square, or picking up slow NPCs against their will to make escort quests quicker.
Why are you doing this, Arisen?
The grab button is also useful in combat against smaller enemies, like for example this wolf, who is probably regretting that I can do this as I throw him into a river. Put this button in all games, is what I'm saying. Dragon's Dogma 2 introduces a new playable race called Beastren, lion-faced catfolk who it seems are quite exclusionary when it comes to anyone who isn't a lion-faced catfolk. This door, for instance, can only be passed through by Beastren merchants with the appropriate papers, but as we've established, we're shady AF, and our counterfeiting buddy from earlier also does a good line in Beastren masks. Apparently keen eyesight isn't one of the qualities of Beastren, as the guard is now all too happy to let us in, despite us obviously committing Beastren fraud.
Go on through.
Presumably you won't have to worry about this if you're playing as a Beastren, but still, good to know. One of the new classes, or vocations, available to you in Dragon's Dogma 2 is that of Magic Archer, who specialises in attacking at range using a variety of wildly unpleasant magic arrows, including Frost Hunter bolts that freeze things,
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
and Flame Fang arrows that set things on fire and can be guided manually through the air into an enemy's most tender areas. Legolas could never.
Not long now. Keep up the attack.
Some arrows can even do good, like remedy arrows, which can heal your AI party members, known as pawns, or even bring them back to life if fully charged.
I am saved. Thank you, Arisen.
By far the nastiest arrow, however, is the Ricochet Seeker, which, as you can guess from the name, bounces off walls on its way to the target.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
This too can be charged up, and once fully charged, your bow-happy archer will unleash a stream of ricocheting arrows like a machine gun, which is deadly enough on its own, but absolutely devastating in close quarters, where it will shred an enemy like their whole cave just got turned into a magical threshing machine. All in all, the kind of thing that would be banned by the Geneva Convention. Luckily, Geneva doesn't exist in the world of Dragon's Dogma 2, so we're good. So those were the worst things we did in our recent hands-on time with Dragon's Dogma 2. Will you be playing it when it comes out on the 22nd of March? Do you plan on behaving much better than we did? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more video game videos from Outside Xbox. Thanks for watching.